Hey Gemini, I need to sit down with you for this one because what I am seeing in these cards is absolutely something you need to hear right now. I have been doing tarot for years and sometimes a reading just hits different, and this is one of those moments. So grab your coffee or tea or whatever you need because we are going deep today, and I promise you this is going to make so much sense by the time we are done here. Before we even get into the cards, I just want to say that the energy around Gemini right now is very specific. There is someone in your orbit or maybe someone from your past, and the universe is about to handle some business that honestly has been a long time coming. I am talking about divine timing, cosmic justice, and things falling into place in ways that might actually shock you. But here is the thing, this is not about you being vindictive or waiting for karma to strike. This is simply about truth coming to light and people facing the consequences of their own actions. So let me shuffle here and see what the cards want to show us about what is coming for Gemini in the next 72 hours and beyond. And I have to tell you, as I am pulling these cards, the energy is already supercharged. Like I can feel this intensity building, and it is all about justice, revelation, and people getting exactly what they have been putting out into the world. Alright, the first card I pulled for you Gemini is the Tower, and honestly when this card showed up I actually had to take a breath because this is major. The Tower is card number 17 in the deck, and this is not a subtle energy at all. This is about structures collapsing, foundations crumbling, and things that were built on lies or false pretenses completely falling apart. But here's what I want you to understand about the Tower, because a lot of people fear this card, and I get it. Nobody loves the idea of chaos and destruction. But the Tower is ultimately about truth and liberation. What I am seeing with the Tower in your reading Gemini is that there is someone who has been living in a false reality. They have been presenting themselves a certain way to the world, maybe acting like they have it all together, maybe projecting this image of success or happiness or being this amazing person. But behind the scenes, things are not what they seem. The Tower is telling me that within the next 72 hours, something is going to happen that completely shatters this illusion they have been maintaining. And I am talking about public exposure here. This is not going to be something they can hide or spin or talk their way out of. The truth is going to come out in a way that is undeniable, and everyone is going to see who this person really is. What makes the Tower so intense is that it happens suddenly. Like everything can seem fine on the surface, and then boom, the lightning strikes and the whole structure comes down. For this person, it could be information coming to light that they thought was buried. It could be people finally speaking up about things they have witnessed or experienced. It could be their own actions catching up to them in a way they never anticipated. But whatever form it takes, the Tower promises that this collapse is swift, it is dramatic, and it is absolutely unavoidable. I also want to talk about the public aspect of this because the Tower often shows up when things are exposed in front of others. This person has likely cared a lot about their reputation, about how they are perceived, about maintaining this image. And that is exactly what is going to crumble. People are going to see them for who they really are, and there is no coming back from that kind of revelation. The Tower does not give second chances or do-overs. Once that foundation is destroyed, it is gone. They will have to start from absolute zero, and honestly, based on what I am seeing in the other cards, I am not sure they have the capacity or willingness to do the real work that would require. For you Gemini, the Tower is actually good news, even though it might feel intense to witness. This is about a situation that has maybe been weighing on you, affecting you, or just existing in your periphery finally reaching its conclusion. You might have known something was off, you might have seen the cracks forming, but now those cracks are going to split wide open and the truth is going to be absolutely clear. The Tower is the universe saying enough is enough, no more illusions, no more fake facades. Time for reality to show up. The second card that came through is Five of Pentacles, and oh my goodness, this card is breaking my heart a little bit, but also it is so fitting for what we are talking about. The Five of Pentacles is card number 69, and this is traditionally the card of loss, poverty, isolation, and being left out in the cold. And I am seeing this as a direct consequence of what happens with the Tower. Once that public collapse occurs, once people see the truth, this person is going to find themselves completely isolated. Here is what the Five of Pentacles is showing me. After the exposure, after the truth comes out, people are going to distance themselves from this person fast. Friends who they thought would always be there, supporters who believed in them, maybe even family members who are tired of the drama, they are all going to step back. The Five of Pentacles shows two figures outside in the snow walking past a lit church window, and the symbolism here is so powerful. Help and warmth are available, community is right there, but these figures cannot or will not access it. They are choosing to stay in the cold. For this person in your situation, Gemini, I am seeing that they are going to experience a level of social and possibly even financial poverty that they have never dealt with before. And the thing is, this is not happening to them. This is happening because of them. The Five of Pentacles often appears when people face the consequences of their own poor choices, their own refusal to change, their own inability to be genuine and honest. They had opportunities to come clean, to make things right, to be authentic, but they chose not to. They chose the facade over the truth. And now they are paying the price. What really strikes me about the Five of Pentacles in this reading is the isolation aspect. This person is going to feel so alone. People who used to answer their calls will not pick up anymore. Invitations will stop coming. Their social circle is going to shrink dramatically because once people see who someone really is, they make different choices about who they want in their lives. And for someone who maybe relied on their social connections, their network, their ability to charm and manipulate others, this isolation is going to be devastating. I also see potential financial struggles here. The Pentacles suit deals with material matters, practical resources, money and security. So it is very possible that along with the social collapse, there are going to be financial repercussions too. Maybe they lose a job, maybe opportunities dry up, maybe people stop supporting them financially or professionally. The Five of Pentacles suggests they are going to struggle in very real, practical ways, and they are going to have to face what it is like to not have the resources or support system they have taken for granted. But here is something important, Gemini. The Five of Pentacles also shows that help is available if someone is willing to humble themselves and ask for it, if they are willing to be real and vulnerable and do the work. But based on the energy I am getting and what I am seeing in the other cards, this person is not there yet. They are still going to be in denial, still blaming others, still refusing to take real accountability. So they are going to stay out in the cold even though warmth is available because they cannot bring themselves to genuinely change. The third card is Six of Wands, and okay, this is where things get really interesting because the Six of Wands is traditionally a card of victory, public recognition, and triumph. This is card number 28, and normally when this card shows up I am like, yay, celebration time. But in this reading, in this context, the Six of Wands is showing me something different. It is showing me your victory, Gemini, and the victory of truth and justice. See, the Six of Wands depicts someone riding through on a horse, holding a wand with a wreath of victory, being celebrated by a crowd. This is about public acknowledgement and recognition. And what I am seeing is that while this other person is experiencing their Tower moment and their Five of Pentacles isolation, you are being vindicated. If this person spread lies about you, if they tried to damage your reputation, if they painted you as the villain in their story, the truth coming out is going to flip that narrative completely. People are going to see that you were right. They are going to understand that you were not the problem, you were not crazy, you were not overreacting. The Six of Wands is telling me that your name is going to be cleared in a very public way. The same people who might have questioned you or sided with this person are going to come back and acknowledge that you were telling the truth all along. And there is something so satisfying about that kind of vindication, especially when you have been patient and stayed in your integrity while someone else was out there spreading nonsense. But the Six of Wands is not just about proving you were right, it is about you moving forward in victory. This is about you stepping into your power, your truth, your authentic self without the weight of this situation holding you back anymore. You have been carrying this, dealing with the impact of someone else's actions, maybe even questioning yourself at times. And now you get to put all of that down and move forward freely. What I love about the Six of Wands in this position is that it is not about you gloating or being petty. This is not about you standing over someone else celebrating their downfall. The Six of Wands is about you being recognized for who you truly are, for your strength, for your integrity, for how you handled a difficult situation with grace. People are going to respect you more after all of this. They are going to see your character in a new light. And opportunities are going to open up for you because when you are standing in your truth and your authenticity, that is when the universe can really support you. I also want to mention that the Six of Wands can indicate that you might receive public support or recognition around this time. Maybe people speak up in your defense. Maybe your side of the story finally gets heard. Maybe you achieve something publicly that shows everyone what you are really capable of. The Six energy is about harmony and balance being restored after conflict, and that is exactly what is happening here. The scales are tipping back to truth and you are on the right side of that. The fourth card we have is King of Pentacles, and this is card number 78, the final card in the traditional tarot deck, which feels very significant to me. The King of Pentacles represents mastery, abundance, stability, and someone who has built something real and lasting through dedication and smart choices. And I am seeing this card as showing the contrast between where you are headed, Gemini, versus where this other person is ending up. While they are in their Five of Pentacles poverty and isolation, you are moving toward King of Pentacles energy. This is about you building or continuing to build something solid in your life. Maybe it is financial security. Maybe it is a career or business that is based on real skills and authentic value. Maybe it is relationships that are built on trust and mutual respect. The King of Pentacles is someone who has their stuff together in the material world. They are responsible, reliable, generous with those who deserve it, and they have created a life of genuine abundance. What strikes me about the King of Pentacles showing up here is that this is earned success. This is not flash in the pan stuff. This is not fake it till you make it energy. The King of Pentacles has put in the work, made smart decisions, been patient and strategic, and built something that actually lasts. And that is what I see for you, Gemini. While this other person was busy with illusions and shortcuts and manipulation, you have been or you are going to be focused on building something real. The King of Pentacles also represents someone who is respected and admired for legitimate reasons. People look up to the King of Pentacles because they have demonstrated their capability, their wisdom, their ability to create and manage resources effectively. And I am seeing that as this situation unfolds, as the truth comes out and the dust settles, you are going to be in a position of greater respect and authority in your own life and possibly in your community or professional sphere. There is also an energy here of you being able to help others from a place of genuine abundance. The King of Pentacles is generous but wise about it. They support people who are truly trying, who are genuine, who show up with integrity. And I think as you move forward from this situation, you are going to be in a position to mentor or support or guide others. And you will do it from a place of real substance, not empty promises. I want to point out the beautiful symbolism of having the King of Pentacles as card 78, the completion of the deck, showing up in this reading. It suggests that this situation is reaching its final chapter. This is the conclusion, the ending, the completion of a karmic cycle. And you are ending it in a position of strength, stability, and true success while the other person is experiencing the natural consequences of their choices. The universe has a way of balancing things out, and the King of Pentacles is proof that doing things the right way, being authentic, building with integrity, that always wins in the long run. The fifth card that came through is Five of Cups, and this is card number 41, and I am seeing this as showing the emotional state of this person after everything falls apart. The Five of Cups is the card of grief, regret, disappointment, and focusing on loss. The traditional imagery shows a figure in a black cloak looking down at 3 spilled cups while 2 cups remain standing behind them. They are so focused on what they have lost that they cannot even see what is still available to them. This card is telling me that after the tower collapse, after the public exposure, after experiencing the isolation of the Five of Pentacles, this person is going to be in a state of deep grief and regret. And here is the thing. Part of me wants to feel compassion for that because grief is hard and loss is painful. But the Five of Cups also represents someone who is still not fully taking accountability. They are mourning what they lost, but they are not necessarily understanding why they lost it or what they need to do differently. I am seeing this person focused on their losses, feeling sorry for themselves, maybe even trying to get sympathy from others by playing the victim. But the reality is that they created this situation. They made choices that led to this outcome. They prioritized image over authenticity, control over connection, manipulation over honesty. And now they are facing the emotional consequences of those choices. The Five of Cups can also indicate that this person is going to struggle to move forward because they are so stuck in regret and grief. Those two cups standing behind them in the card represent hope, possibility, new beginnings, but they are not looking at them. They are fixated on what is gone. And I think that is going to be this person's pattern for a while. They are going to stay stuck in the past, replaying things, wishing they had made different choices, but not actually making different choices going forward. What breaks my heart a little about the Five of Cups is that it does suggest there is still a path forward if someone is willing to turn around, acknowledge those remaining cups, do the real work of change and healing. But it requires humility, genuine self-reflection, and a willingness to be completely honest about their role in creating the situation. And based on everything I am seeing in this reading, I am not sure this person is capable of that level of honesty yet. They are going to stay in their grief and their victimhood instead of doing the hard work of actual transformation. For you Gemini, the Five of Cups is confirmation that this person is not going to bounce back quickly or easily from this. They are not going to dust themselves off and immediately be fine. This is going to sit with them for a long time. Their private grief is going to be real and deep, even if they do not show it publicly or even if they try to maintain some kind of facade. And while you do not need to celebrate their pain, you can take some comfort in knowing that justice is real, that karma is real, and that people do eventually face the truth of their own actions. The sixth and final card is Strength, and this is card number 9. And when this card showed up I literally got chills because this is your card Gemini. This is about your journey through all of this. Strength is not about physical power or domination, it is about inner courage, patience, compassion, and the ability to tame your own inner beasts. The traditional image shows a woman gently closing the mouth of a lion, demonstrating that true strength is about calm control, not force. What strength is telling me is that throughout this entire situation, throughout dealing with this person and their behavior and the impact it has had on you, you have been demonstrating real strength. Not the loud aggressive kind, not the vengeful kind, but the quiet powerful kind that comes from being secure in who you are and trusting that truth will prevail. You have not needed to fight dirty or stoop to anyone else's level. You have maintained your integrity and your composure even when it was hard. Strength also represents the courage to face difficult situations with grace. And Gemini, you have had to be so brave through whatever this situation has been. Whether it was dealing with lies, betrayal, manipulation, or just the frustration of watching someone get away with behavior that you knew was wrong, you have had to find the strength to keep going, to not let it consume you, to trust in divine timing. And the Strength card is the universe acknowledging that. You did that. You held it together. You stayed true to yourself. I also love that Strength talks about compassion, even for those who have wronged us. And I think as you watch this karmic justice unfold, as you see this person face the consequences of their actions, you are going to be able to hold space for multiple truths. You can acknowledge that they are getting what they created while also not needing to be cruel or celebrate their downfall. That takes real maturity, and that is the kind of strength that elevates you above the drama. The Strength card is also about taming your own inner lions, your own anger, your own desire for revenge, your own ego. And I think you have done that work, or you are in the process of doing it. You have recognized that this situation is not really about this other person. It is about you growing into the fullest version of yourself. It is about you learning what you will and will not tolerate, about you strengthening your boundaries, about you trusting yourself more deeply. As we close out this reading, I want you to understand that the Strength card is promising you that you have everything you need within you to handle what is coming and to thrive beyond it. The next 72 hours and beyond are going to bring revelations and changes that might feel intense to witness, but you are strong enough to navigate all of it with grace. You are going to come out of this situation more empowered, more clear, more confident in who you are and what you deserve. So Gemini, here is what I am seeing for you. Within 72 hours, there is going to be a tower moment for someone in your orbit, a public collapse that exposes truth and shatters illusions. This person is going to experience isolation and loss through the Five of Pentacles, facing social and possibly material poverty as a consequence of their own actions. Their private grief shown in the Five of Cups is going to be real and deep, and they are going to struggle to move forward because they are not ready to take real accountability. Meanwhile, you are experiencing your Six of Wands moment where your name is cleared, your truth is vindicated, and you are recognized for who you really are. You are building toward King of Pentacles energy, creating real abundance and stability based on integrity and authentic effort. And through it all, you are embodying the Strength card, handling everything with courage, grace, and a commitment to your own evolution. This is karmic justice in action. This is the universe balancing the scales. This is what happens when truth can no longer be suppressed and people have to face the reality of their choices. For you, it is liberation. For them, it is a reckoning. And there is no way back from this for them because the tower does not rebuild on the same foundation. They would have to start completely over and do the deep internal work to create something different, and honestly, I am not seeing that they are ready for that journey. Trust what is unfolding, Gemini. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Keep being the authentic, strong, integrity-driven person you are. The universe sees you, justice is real, and your vindication is coming. You do not need to do anything except stay in your truth and watch as everything falls into place exactly as it should.